Every morning, long rows of expensive cars stopped in front of a huge office. When the doors opened, the people who stepped out were dressed in suits, ties, and shiny shoes. In the middle of that crowd, a young man was walking quietly toward the office's main gate. On his shoulder was an old bag. His clothes had light creases. His name was Arham. No one even turned to look at him because, in everyone's eyes, he was just an ordinary employee. But Arham wasn't ordinary. He was actually the true heir and future owner of that company. After finishing his studies abroad, he had recently returned and had also completed an internship at a major organization. But he decided to hide his identity. He felt that if he was the one who had to take responsibility for the company, then he needed to know what his team was truly like, who was honest, who was flattering, and who had lost their humanity in the arrogance of their position. For this reason, he disguised himself as a janitor. With a broom in his hand and his back slightly bent, he entered the office. As soon as he reached the gate, he heard the quick sound of footsteps. A woman in high heels was walking toward him. Her name was Fariha. She was the assistant manager of the company, very strict, powerful, and known for bossing around her subordinates. Seeing Arham, Fariha's eyes sharpened. She looked him up and down once and said in a harsh voice, "Why are you standing here? Clean everything right now. This is not your place to stand." Arham lowered his head. For a moment he felt a sharp ache in his chest, but he kept a calm expression on his face. Silently, he picked up the broom and moved to one corner. Enduring this humiliation wasn't easy for him, but he knew his real purpose was something else. This wasn't a game, it was a major test, and succeeding in it was important. Before leaving, Fariha mocked him and said, "And yes, don't act lazy like the old janitor. Otherwise, you won't last long." Hearing her words, some employees around them smirked. Some gave a hidden laugh and others pretended to hide their faces behind their files and walked away. No one could imagine that the person they thought was a simple janitor would be the one deciding their future tomorrow. Arham dragged the broom across the floor and silently made a promise to himself. He would observe everything, endure everything, and when the time was right, he would reveal the truth to everyone. The cafeteria was filled with the usual noisy atmosphere. Some employees were laughing loudly. Someone was holding a coffee mug and chatting. Arham quietly stayed in one corner with a broom in his hand, busy cleaning. His eyes were on the floor, but his ears were listening to everything. Suddenly, a woman laughed loudly and pointed, saying, "Look, the new janitor looks completely like a village boy. Seems like this is his first time in a big office." The girl sitting beside her immediately added, "Yeah, feels like he doesn't even know how to press a lift button." Another employee sitting with them insulted him further and said, "Just make sure he doesn't sit with us in the cafeteria tomorrow." All of their laughter echoed together. The room filled with the smell of arrogance and disgust, but Arham didn't raise his head. There was a faint, silent smile on his lips. He was memorizing all their faces. He knew moments like these were the real test, the moments that reveal a person's true character. He was engraving everyone's real nature in his mind. After a while, everyone finished their coffee and laughter and left the cafeteria. Arham was still busy cleaning. Somewhere inside him, a spark of anger had started to burn, but he calmed himself down. He knew that if he became emotional, his entire plan would fail. He had to move forward with patience and wisdom. Evening was falling. Outside the office doors, a sparkling, expensive car stopped. From a distance, Arham saw Fariha getting into the car while talking on the phone. Her face showed arrogance, and her behavior was filled with pride. The security guard standing nearby opened the car door. Fariha smiled and sat inside. Arham heard her words over the phone. "Yes, honey, take me to some 5-star restaurant tonight. I can't go to any cheap cafe." Arham watched the scene closely for a moment. Then he slowly lowered his eyes. Only one thought came to his mind. This arrogance won't last long. Power and status can't always save someone. One day or another, the truth will come out in front of everyone. Aram quietly stepped out of the office. The cool evening breeze touched his tired body, but his eyes were glowing with firm determination. This was the beginning of a long game. A game where every lie, every pride, and every injustice was about to be exposed. The floor was still wet. "Did you do this cleaning?" Fariha's harsh voice suddenly echoed. "The floor is still wet. What if someone slips and falls? Don't you have any sense?" Arham lowered his head and silently started cleaning the floor again. Some employees standing nearby looked at each other. Maybe a little sympathy rose in someone's mind, but no one dared to speak. They knew speaking in front of Fariha meant inviting trouble. Everyone looked away and got busy with their own work. During these days, Arham became acquainted with Hamid, an old janitor. Hamid had been working in the company for many years. He was a simple man who spoke little but had a very pure heart. He always worked hard and never fought with anyone. Employees often made fun of him. Some called him an old janitor and others mocked his clothes. But Hamid never took anything to heart. Arham saw a different kind of light inside him. While working with him, Arham asked, "Hamid Bhai, you've been here for so many years. When people insult you like this, doesn't it hurt you?" Hamid smiled and replied, "Respect is given by Allah. These people who laugh today will forget about it tomorrow. But if we do our work with honesty, our hearts stay peaceful." These words touched Arham deeply. He realized that even though this man looked weak, he was actually the strongest of all. During mealtime, Hamid often shared his bread. One day he gave Arham half of his flatbread and said, "Here, son, you eat as well. I'm alone. I manage fine. You're young. You need more strength." A light tear rose in Arham's eyes. He thought to himself that if anyone deserved justice in this company before everyone else, it was Hamid. He became an admirer of Hamid's firmness of character and the softness of his heart. In that moment, Arham promised himself that one day he would restore the rights of not only Hamid, but every person who had been oppressed here for years. But he also knew that the time had not come yet. He still had to endure much more and wait for the right moment. Days passed and Arham began carefully observing everything that happened in every corner of the office. One afternoon, news spread that some money had been stolen from the company's cooperative society room. As soon as the news came out, chaos took over the office. Everyone left their desks and started discussing it. Someone said the accounts must have been miscalculated. Someone else said it was definitely the work of an inside employee. The noise was still going on when Fariha entered the hall quickly. She had some papers in her hand and her face was flushed with anger. She said loudly in front of everyone, "I know who stole the money. It is none other than Hamid." Hamid, who had just come in carrying a water gallon, looked at her in shock. His voice trembled as he said, "Madam, I didn't do anything. I only came to keep the water. I didn't even touch the cash box." But Fariha didn't listen. She scolded him harshly in front of everyone. "Stop it! People like you are the reason for the company's bad reputation. You should be thrown out of here." The employees standing nearby stayed silent. No one dared to speak for Hamid. Everyone knew Fariha had strong connections with senior officials. Getting into trouble with her meant risking their own careers. HR was informed immediately, and they gave Hamid a severe warning. Hamid's face turned pale. He quietly lowered his head and walked out of the room. Aram watched the entire scene from a distance. His heart broke. He knew Hamid was innocent, but everyone had simply looked away. That night when the office was empty, Arham quietly entered the security room. He went to the computer and opened the camera recording of the room. On the screen, it was clearly visible that Hamid had entered the room. placed the water gallon, and left immediately. He didn't even touch the cash box. Seeing this, Arham let out a relieved breath. But at the same time, a fire of anger ignited inside him. He immediately copied the video and saved it. He told himself, "Times are changing. This injustice cannot continue for long." That night was an important one for Arham. He decided that he would not stand as a silent spectator anymore. The system would be broken very soon. The next morning, an unusual silence spread across the office. Everyone knew something big was about to happen. Just then, a black luxury car stopped at the main gate. A smart young man stepped out. He was wearing a shiny suit, modern sunglasses, and his face carried a strange determination. Everyone stared in shock because this young man was none other than Arham, but now in his true identity. In the meeting hall, everyone started entering one by one. Fariha walked forward with a big smile to welcome Arham. She still did not recognize him. She thought he was probably a major investor or a foreign guest. Fariha said, "Sir, my name is Fariha. I am the assistant manager. I welcome you to this company." Arham looked at her and gave a soft smile. To Fariha, that smile felt unfamiliar, but within it there was a silent hint of irony. Arham replied calmly, "Thank you, Fariha. But there's no need to introduce yourself. I already know everything." Fariha stared at him in surprise. At that moment, Arham signaled to his personal assistant and said, "Let's begin the meeting." As the meeting started, Arham turned on a large screen. The CCTV footage began to play, the same footage connected to the false accusation against Hamid. Everyone watched in shock as it showed how Fariha had insulted an innocent man in front of everyone. On the screen, it was clearly visible that Hamid had simply placed the water gallon and left. He never touched the cash box. When the video ended, a pin-drop silence spread across the hall. Arham spoke in a deep, serious voice. "For the past several days I have been here, not just as an ordinary person, but as the future of this organization. I wanted to see who in this family is truly honest, and who is only running behind power. I have seen how some people, because of their arrogance and false pride, try to drag others down. I have seen how a sincere, hard-working man was blamed without reason." Fariha's face turned completely pale. She was trembling with fear. She couldn't say a single word while looking at Arham. Arham then called for Hamid. Hamid entered the meeting room slowly, still frightened. His old clothes and his anxious eyes reflected all the fear he had endured. Arham walked toward him with a warm smile and said, "Hamid Bai, from today, you are this company's logistics coordinator. This is your reward for honesty and hard work. You are a sincere and noble man. I honor you." Tears filled Hamid's eyes. There was a mix of joy and gratitude on his face. He thanked Arham and quietly broke down crying. Arham then looked at everyone and said, "Those who lack humanity and integrity have no place in this company." As a result, Fariha was removed from the company. Later, Arham called Fariha privately and said, "Life doesn't end here. You still have a chance to change. Pride may give temporary respect, but in the end it takes everything away." He handed her a card and said, "We have a training program. If you want, you can join. You can start fresh from there." Only then did Fariha truly understand her mistakes. Tears rose in her eyes. She lowered her head, thanked Arham, and left. From the next day onward, everything changed. Employees worked together, shoulder to shoulder. They had realized that a person's true identity is not defined by position, money, or clothing, but by character and humanity. Friends, this is where the story ends. From this story, we learn something important. A person's real identity is not their position, wealth, or clothes, but their honesty and humanity. Never look down on anyone, because you never know what hidden talent or true identity they might carry. Tell us in the comments, which character was your favorite and why? Your opinion means a lot to us. And if you enjoyed the story, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.